Welcome to Kote Helicopter Explainer. This explainer is an episode following the episode that you have followed. The first episode that you have watched is a Mzungu woman who was conned, worked for 52 years, came here as a tourist, fell in love to a waiter. She wired 40,000 euros as a gift. The court said she cannot recover that money. What was the basis? She was told, a Mzungu cannot hold land. A Mzungu, a foreigner, cannot buy land in Kenya. A foreigner cannot open an account in Kenya. What is the position of the law? Wakili Omari goes to the Constitution of Kenya, Article 65 of the Constitution of Kenya. To what the Constitution of Kenya, the supreme land law of this country. Article 65(1). A person who is not a citizen may hold land on the basis of leasehold, tenure only, and any such lease, however granted, shall not exceed 99 years. You are not barred from holding land. You can hold land in Kenya as a foreigner on a tenure called a leasehold. A leasehold is the opposite of a freehold. A leasehold is you hold this land for a maximum of 99 years. So, stop being cheated that you cannot buy land. As a foreigner, you can buy land. Save, you cannot buy land forever. The Constitution, Article 65(1), and I repeat for foreigners in this country, a person who is not a citizen may hold land on the basis of leasehold tenure only, and any such lease, however granted, shall not exceed 99 years. So the president of France, Macron, if he wants land here, he will buy land here. The president of Uganda, if he wants land here, he'll buy land here. Ugandans, you can buy land here. Somalis, you can buy land here. Americans, you can buy land here. British citizens, you can buy land here. Anybody can buy land in Kenya, so long as it is a leasehold for a maximum period of 99 years. 65(2). If a provision of any agreement, deed, conveyance, or document, or whatever nature, purports to confer on a person who is not a citizen an interest in land greater than 99 years lease, the provision shall be regarded as conferring on that person a 99-year leasehold interest and no more. So what is the Constitution in Article 65(2) say? Don't be cheated by brokers. Chinese who are coming to Kenya, the Japanese who are coming to Kenya, the investors who are coming from all over the world. Don't be cheated to enter into an agreement that is more than 99 years old. The Constitution in Article 65(2) says whether you have a lease agreement that says you have a lease for 150 years, that lease will be read as to have a tenure maximum of 99 years. So, as you go to buy land, as you go to lease land as a foreigner, do not be cheated that a lease agreement has been drafted more than 99 years. 3. For the purpose of this article, a body corporate shall be regarded as a citizen only if the body corporate is only owned by one or more citizens, and a body corporate shall be regarded as a citizen only if the body corporate is wholly owned by one or more citizens. So if you are forming a company, the law allows a one-man company formation. And that is what a body corporate shall be regarded as a citizen only if the body corporate is wholly owned by one or more citizens. And B, property held in trust shall be regarded as being held by a citizen only if all the beneficial interests of the trust is held by persons who are citizens. Parliament shall enact the law that deals with that issue. What has happened? Courts have declared any property owned above 99 years as being void. 2, people have fronted and created dummies. Foreigners get their house girls. Foreigners get their drivers. Foreigners get their chefs. Foreigners get their people who hold that land in their name. A creative way of owning land. They create locally incorporated companies with such entities. How have the courts looked at? The courts will go and look who is the beneficial owner. Beneficial ownership is where a foreigner is found to be the beneficial owner of a freehold land. A freehold land is an agricultural land. No foreigner is allowed to own an agricultural land. So if you are a foreigner and you have been cheated to buy land and write the name of your worker, the courts will open the veil and look who funded the buying of that land. If that money came from China, if that money came from abroad, from a foreign account, that the court will dismiss that. But the law allows a foreigner to own land if the President of the Republic of Kenya allows and gazettes it in the Kenya Gazette. A foreigner can own land in the rural areas, but the President, the Commander-in-Chief, His Excellency, Dr. William Ruto, must gazette that waiver in the Kenya Gazette for foreigners to own that land. It goes on to say, once the lease has been issued, the foreigner, you should be aware, your lease renewal is not automatic. The authority, the government, can refuse to renew the lease. Many foreigners who bought land in this country during the colonial time, those leases have expired. The land reverts back to the county governments or to the national government. So if that land, the lease has expired, it is not mandatory that that lease can always be renewed. But what is the law? Kote Helicopter tells you, apply for renewal, comply with the terms of renewal, and if there is no public interest over that land, then that land, the lease will be renewed. But if the government wants to put a hospital, wants to put a university, wants to put a road, you will not go there. What about fraud? Very many foreigners have been involved in fraud. Acquisition of land fraudulently. Either forged documents, a foreigner gets an ID without proper following procedures to become a citizen of this country. A foreigner gets a Kenyan passport, purports to be a Kenyan, he buys that land. That is a criminal offense, and once a foreigner is found, he'll be arrested and he'll be charged, and the court will confirm, will revoke that ownership, and that land will be returned to the owners of that land. Then we have what you call, what interest can a foreigner hold? An interest the foreigner can hold is leasehold. A foreigner can never own what is called a freehold. Lastly, what are the practical lessons that we have taught you as a foreigner in this country? 1, you have a right to own land. 2, you have a right to open an account in any banks in this country, so long as you comply with the terms and conditions of the banks. You'll have to have a passport, you'll have to have source of money, so let nobody cheat you that you cannot open a bank account or you cannot own land in this country. Wakili Dunstan Omari telling it to you, this country loves foreigners, this country appreciates the direct foreign investment foreigners bring to this country. This country loves the tourists who come and love this country. Kenya is a loving country. We as Kote Helicopter encourage more foreigners to come into this country, more tourists to come into this country, more Kenyans to be married by foreigners, more foreigners to marry Kenyans, because Kenya is a global economy. Kenya is a big country. Kenya is now the hub of the digital era in Africa. It is. This week, we have seen the biggest conference of the French-speaking countries in Africa. This is the biggest one being held in Kenya, the first one in an Anglo-speaking country. Wakili Dunstan Omari, keeping you informed of the law. Keep watching, foreigners. Be always alert on Kote Helicopter. We give it the value you deserve. Asanteni.